Good evening and welcome to the Linscott Ginetta GT5 Championship. We are here for round number 7 at Zolder in Belgium, and it should be a bit of a cracker because it's a top 5 reverse grid, meaning that the top 5 in the championship will be starting at the back of the pack and in reverse order for good measure, so it's going to make it very difficult for them to come through the field. I'll apologise now if I don't sound right at all, or if I sound horrible. Bit of a bad throat. But other than that, we'll get through it. I may have to stop off occasionally for a bit of water. But let's see who's driving tonight. We have the defending champion, Boyraxer 14, Ginger Poisson, Protter 14, the Dizzler, Scooby G, Bob Mark 1, AMH Racing is back, Shadowstalker DBS, Sam Mock 3, The Les, Web User Johnny, NGR Danzo D7, Yorkshire Stig, NGR Fraser, Adam Morris, there's, I think that was Dizzler going for a bit of a spin, and obviously Jamie WRX. No, it wasn't Dizzler, who was it then? So now it's going for a spin at the Klein Chicane, that's Sandwalk. And multiple cars getting it wrong at the Villeneuve Chicane. Danzo D7 on his return. So look at the standings then. So in the overall category, so everyone in the same championship, Boyraxer leads on 122 points. Now he's not yet missed a round, so he hasn't got a drop score to show. Jamie WRX has 87, Anna Morris has 64 with Prosser on 61. NGR Fraser is on 57, Scooby G on 55, Sandwalk 3 on 51, The Les is on 46, Web User Johnny is on 41, Shadowstalker DBS is on 35. Cop Marco is on 33 with Seeks on 27. The Dizzler has 24 with Bob Mark 1 on 22, joint with Yorkshire Stig. Cam123 Diz has 20 with Danto D7 on 16. Light Blade has 13 points with Gimp Buster on 8. BM Graham 40 rounds at the top 20 on 7 points. The Pro category, where the top class of driver go into their own class, Boyraxer 14 has 122 points with Jamie WRX on 89. Prosser has 67 with Anna Morris on 66. Scooby G has 62 with Fraser on 57. The Les has 48 with Cam123 Diz on 28. And lastly, the Pro-Am category. Sandwalk 3 currently leads that on 93 points with Web User Johnny on 77. Shadowstalker has 74 points with Cop Marco on 61. The Dizzler has 51 points. Bob Mark 1 has 46. 644 has 44. Yorkshire Stig on 38, Danzo 26, and Lightblade 2K18 on 18. BM Graham has 12, joint with Gimp Buster. Tilbs 11 has 10, Tim has 9, Firemedic 192 has 8, joint with Burton Fry, and that rounds out the points. So it means the top 5 who will be starting at the back of the pack today will be as follows. Boyraxer will be starting at the back of the grid. Jamie second to last, Anna Morris third from last, Prosser fourth from last, and Fraser will be starting fifth from last in 11th place. Now those 5 have nominated times they must hit in order to make it work. But we are here at Zolder. It's a great little circuit, 2.492 miles. And this current version has been like it since 2007. The change in 2007 was the pit lane. Otherwise, The general layout has been the same. The biggest part of it was is the first set of corners. Really, that's where the biggest change has been. But currently, AMH, now this is interesting because AMH has done 2 races now in the GT5s. This is his 3rd, which means that he now qualifies for the points he scored. So he's going to rejig that table a little bit after round number 7. Be interesting to see where he slots into. But we have 4 minutes 18 to go. Let's go for a lap here. So we come up to the start-finish line. Down towards Erst. Quite a late apex into Erst. You brake as late as you can and then just clip the part that juts out there. Perfect there from AMH. Down now into Sternwalk box. I'm not going to keep pronouncing these, mind. Turn 2. Again, another long one, late apex. Get the power on as early as you can. Into Canal box. Just a flat right-hander. And into Lucian Bianchi box. Bit of brake, get the car turning in straight back to the throttle as early as you can. A bit of a wobble from AMH, just about keeping it in on the curb. Down the straight, down towards the Klein chicane. A very difficult chicane because of the bumps on it. It could cut it too much. Nigh on perfect that from AMH. Car was nice and settled. Down through Sacrament Shelling. Downhill left-hander, absolutely flattening these cars as you head down to the field chicane. The tightest corners. Flick it right, flick it left, and don't want to get in too hard though because of how tight that is. And if you get it right, it's flat right-hander out. Flat now through Turleman box. Over the crest, flat left as we head down towards Boulder Bar box. Hairpin right basically. Down to first, powering your way out. Through Jochen Rim box. Again, flat left right. Can't really do much else about that. Down to Jockey X box. The final corner. The left right chicane. Tuck it in and then use the power on the exit through the second part to really project yourself through the corner down towards the start finish line. Keep the left hand side if you want a good lap because of being in a straight line. And AMH sets a faster time at 1:45.9. Alez crosses the line. Getting quicker, he's 2.1 off the pace of AMH at the moment. Scooby G, another one who can take advantage of this actually. He's a quick boy, Scooby G, but he's still 1.8 off of AMH. Ginger Poisson, Webby to Johnny, leading the way for Pro-Am. Here's Webby to Johnny. It's Ginger Poisson. So he's done 1 race so far. So not qualified for any points. Jamie, his nominal time. Bob Mark 1's had a bit of an issue there. He somewhat lightened his car by taking off the bonnet and the front end altogether. I don't know why he's done that, but that's a good effort. I'm not gonna lie. There's Ginger Poisson up in 4th at the moment for him. Sandbox in 6th. That's all he'll get up to. Shadow Stalker currently in 8th. He's doing well here, Shadow Stalker. He's 4.6 now off the pace as AMH sets another faster time of a 1:45.95 too. He's running a bit wide. I think that's going to be end of session that for Shadow Stalker. Here we go, end of qualifying. Shadow Stalker, what can he do? gonna go slower then. Who's next across that line? Danzo, I don't know where Danzo is actually. So we got bottom mark 1. He'll cross the line. Does go quicker, goes ahead of Danzo D7. Just dig. That's Jamie. I think he might be end up just waiting on the inside there. Maybe go to do a few practice starts. So Yorkshire Stig will be the next man across the line. As he comes up to Jackie X block. As much of the curb as possible there. And crosses the line. Stays where he is in 11th place. Webby's a Johnny. He's coming up to the line now. Good evening, Scooby G. How are you, mate? Webby's a Johnny stays 5th. Ginger Poisson has either spun it or aborted his lap. And obviously Prosser won't be able to go any quicker than his lap anyway. Scooby G saying done alright for no practice. Well, I don't practice any week, mate. So, yeah, it should be good for you though. Although you're not... Starting 4th could be interesting. But qualifying results are as follows. AMH Racing takes pole position from Ginger Poisson. Row 2 is the Les and Scooby G. Row 3, Johnny and Sandwalk. Row 4, the Dizzler and Shadowstalker DBS. Row 5, Bomb Mark 1 and Danzo D7. Row number 6, Yorkshire Stig and NGR Fraser. Row 7, Adam Morris and Prosser 14. And finally, row 8, Jamie WRX and Boyrexa 14. So the drivers will get 2 minutes in to ready up for the race. If they do not ready up, they will not race. They will also have to be pulled away from the grid. So not ideal for what they want. You have 18 laps of Zolder. So here we go then. We sink in. And we have the 3 red lights. We are green as Zolder for the Ginetta GT5, sponsored by Emily Linscott. It looks like AMH has got a good enough start here to fend off Ginger Poisson going down towards turn number 1. Yes, he cuts across. And he has the line. The Les looking to go around the outside. Gets the move done. Great move around the outside of turn 1. There's collision behind. Ginger Poisson and someone else. Scooby G potentially, actually, because he's dropped a long way down the field. as he gets passed by the Dizzler. Now, more annoyingly, there is now 3 Machuga cars, but Adam Morris is up into 8th place now. He's just getting past Shadowstalker, going through the right-hander at turn number 3. Big crash in the foreground. That is Sandhawk, who's ended up on his side, which is a pretty good effort, I'm not going to lie. Shadowstalker actually held off Adam Morris, and Adam Morris under attack from Boyrex at 14. Prosser not far behind him, has come over the hill through the flat left-hander. Fraser taking advantage now. He's overtaking Prosser into the field of chicane then. Prosser on the inside of Fraser. Stays with him through the chicane. Around the outside. Yes, Prosser clips the curb. Gets a bit of two-wheel action there. And he'll lose out to Jamie WRX then. Jamie up into 12th. Sandhawk is going again, which is good to see. AMH though leads by 0.8 of a second to the Les here on lap number 1. Ginger Poisson is in 3rd. Baby Johnny is in 4th. Mark 1 is in 5th. He's just ahead of the Dizzler, who's going to get overtaken here by Boyrex at 14, heading towards turn number 1, lap number 2. Boyrex gets the job done, and he's right on the tail of Mark 1 now. Anna Morris down the inside of Scooby G. And here comes Fraser for good measure. Fraser can't quite get the move done there. Jamie just behind though. MH is just leading away. He is gradually leaving the Les, who is 1.5 behind the leader. He's got Ginger right behind him as he goes through the Villeneuve chicane. Johnny not too far behind that. There's a big collision. That's Bob Mark 1, and I believe that was Adam Morris involved in that one. Jamie's up into 7th place, 6th place even. As Scooby G looks to the inside of Bob Mark 1, gets the move done. Fraser will be keen here to get past. He's looking to the outside of Bob Mark 1, coming into turn number 1 here on lap number 3. Can't quite do it. And he couldn't quite get the switchback because of Prosser there as well. Although he will manage to get to the inside for turn number 3. And that was the Dizzler having a bit of a moment. And a spin. And Danzo there is Adam Morris. Around the outside of the Dizzler. Just pulling your racks up. Mark 1, Prosser, they get a bit collected. Prosser stays on circuit, survives for now. The biggest battle here is Ginger Poisson looking up the inside. As we head towards the final corner for the 3rd time of 18. Bit early on the brakes, and his line's not very good either. That's not well played by Ginger Poisson. He broke earlier, got the wrong line. He was kind of like on a line where I'd expect someone braking later to be on. So yeah, very, very weird one that from Ginger. Boy Rex though, making his way up through the field. His next target is going to be Johnny. He's only 0.8 up the road. In fact, he's now behind him because Johnny's made the mistake through turn number 3. And Jamie also goes through. He's making his way up to the field quite nicely. AMH, what's happened? AMH in the gravel. Maybe just coming through the Klein chicane a bit too quickly, clipping the bumps, and he's ended up in the gravel, down to 7th place. Don't know what happened. I mean, got really a replay function on Project Cars, but effectively means a barrier is now gone from Boy Rex and Jamie perspective, because AMH is a very tough racer to pass, especially when he's on form. Look at the timings. No one really having much of a battle at the moment. The Dizzler has Bob Mark 1 behind him, coming down towards the final chicane. Chucky X Bock. And I must admit, Fraser's not really got up the field as much as I'd have thought he would. He's down in 9th at the moment. I don't know if he might have had a bit of a moment somewhere as well to get him down there, but certainly not what he'd have been hoping for. On your exit. Jamie behind him. In the background we've got Johnny with Scooby G looking all over him. Into the Klein chicane. And AMH is there waiting to pounce as soon as he gets the opportunity, and now Scooby G is in a horrible predicament. He's trying to attack Johnny but defend from AMH as we come into the field of chicane. Through the flat right-hander, down towards the bottom hairpin. AMH recently passed his real-life racing driver's test, so good luck to him in his future racing career. But Scooby G looking to make the move into the final chicane. It looks all but set now. What does he? He's got the inside line. Does he brake late enough? No, he doesn't, and he's going to get passed by AMH as well. And AMH immediately looking to get past Johnny here for 6th place into turn number 1. Around the outside, job done. Here comes Scooby G as well. There's AMH up into 5th place now. Scooby G into 6th. Boy Rexer has now passed Ginger Poisson. And Jamie will be looking to get on the back of Ginger Poisson and pass him very shortly. AMH pulling away from Scooby G now. Meanwhile, the Dizzler and Bob Mark 1, both of them going off at the Klein chicane. And this is only going to give NGR Fraser behind. Fraser's actually lost his bonnet now. Standing in 11th. Maybe a spin. Oh, shoot, they actually went. Sorry, Bob Mark 1 and Dizzler went off at turn number 3. Or 4? 4. Turn 4. It's all very tight then, going through the Villeneuve chicane. Down into the hairpin. He's got a nice run here. We're going to swap to the lead though, because Boyrax is closing in quite quickly. Fraser gets the move done on the inside though. RDF1 and Morris in the background there. He's had a bit of a shocker so far, after being involved in that incident at the Villeneuve chicane. In the background though, Jamie looking all over Ginger Poisson. Moirax is still on the tail here of the lead. Lap number 7, we are currently on. Moirax is still all over the back of the lead. He is losing time, and you can tell that because AMH has got the gap down in 5th place to 5 seconds. That used to be 6. So if these two constantly fight, he's going to bring Ginger Poisson into play with Jamie. And that's going to cause a 4-way scrap, which is going to be very, very beneficial to AMH. See there, AMH in the background. He's catching up with Jamie. Boyrax still can't quite find a way past the layers here. Actually, we're alongside now, coming down towards the Villeneuve chicane. Can Moirax go around the outside? The answer is yes, he can. He's into the lead. And Jamie will get past Ginger Poisson with AMH as well. So into the podium positions for Jamie. And now him and AMH will want to go hunting after the Les. Although AMH are looking to potentially make a move here on Jamie, going into the hairpin right. And Les hasn't given up, he's still right on the tail of Boyraxa there. As they head through the final corner. AMH definitely quicker at this stage of the race. The halfway point is here. The Les still hasn't fully given up. We've got a retirement. It is none other than RDF1, Adam Morris. And that looked like a move. Yep, AMH gets past Jamie then for 3rd place. Oh, that was a horrible bounce for Jamie there. He skips across the grass, still trying to regain control. He loses, spins into the wall. He'll be down to 5th. Les. Still on the tail of Boy Rex, and because these boys aren't fighting, both of them are getting the help of the slipstream and suction. Looks like got any more closer battles. You've got Johnny here. There's Jamie. Johnny and Scooby G, this for 6th place. Scooby looks to the inside, can't quite get the move done. Johnny currently leading in Pro-Am, because Ginger Poisson does not yet count for points. Scooby G looking to the outside. Oh, Jamie. I don't know what's happened to Jamie, but he's made another mistake through turn 4 by the scenes of it. And Scooby gains 2 places. He's up into 5th place. And that's Ginger Poisson. He's had a spin at the Klein chicane. So Scooby up into 4th now. Remember, this man is on fire with times. He's gradually closing that gap down. He's down to 2.5 now to the leader. Last time around, Boy Rex had pulled a couple of tenths. I think he's definitely lost a few here. With just 8 laps to run, time is slowly running out for AMH to regain his place. Meanwhile, the Dizzler has Sandwalk on his tail, going into the Klein chicane. Sandwalk recovering from the earlier incident. I think that's Danzo. Yeah, Danzo at the back. But yeah, Sandwalk having to try and recover. Yeah, AMH at 145.9 that time around to Boy Rex's 47.0. Keep an eye on this though, because Sandwalk really close to making a move here on the Dizzler. Looks to the inside of the hairpin right at the bottom of the circuit. Spins it. It's a half spin at least. Yep, and it's lost him a fair chunk of time that for Sandwalk. A good 3-4 seconds. Meanwhile, Ginger Poisson overtake Jamie. Jamie's having issues here through turn number 4. I don't know what's going on, whether he's clipping the gravel on the outside or something. But something really is not helpful for Jamie through turn number 4. Bob Mark 1. Yorkshire Stig not too far behind him there. Meanwhile, AMH has made another mistake somewhere because he's now 6 seconds down. The Les is still on the tail of Boy Rex at 14 though. As we head up towards the main straight for the 11th time, we have 7 laps to go. What is it? 7. AMH does a 50.7. Yeah, so he's lost about 4 seconds in his battle to try and regain his lead. Pretty much all but dashed his hopes. Meanwhile, Jamie gets back past Ginger Poisson. Now looks for maybe Johnny coming into turn number 1. Oh, and a bit of a collision going in. Ginger does a switchback. Looks to go to the outside of Johnny. Can't quite get Johnny. Could go around the outside of Jamie though through turn 2. into turn 3. And now down to turn number 4. It seems like Jamie gets issues through turn number 4. No such issues this time around though. With the Klein chicane, it looks like Les has made a mistake somewhere. He's now 2.2 down on Boy Raxa. Jimmy looks inside. Thinks better of it. Could potentially get Ginger down into the hairpin. Jamie, completely different line now. Ginger almost looking to the inside of Johnny. Couldn't quite do anything, although he did get there in the end. And they are now side by side. Ginger Boy's on with the nose in front. Here comes Jamie with the run. He's looking to the inside of the pair of them. They're 3 wide almost going into the final corner. Jamie decides better of it. As the 2 in front of him tangle up, going through the final chicane. Jamie will get Johnny. Good fair racing from all 3 involved here so far. Down into turn number 1. What can Jamie do? He's gonna look around. Side of the line, gets on the power earlier, down towards the Klein chicane. Gonna have the run. And he's gonna almost force Ginger here. As the cameraman does a great job. Ginger just about holds off there on the inside line. And Johnny may be looking interested down into the field of chicane. Not really a feasible option though. Through the chicane they go. Oh, Jamie's clipped the grass. Oh, into the end of the tyre barrier. That is good damage, good sir. And here comes Prosser. He'll overtake for 7th place. That's really unlucky that for Jamie. That is typical P-Cars physics. If you touch the grass with the inside tyre, allegedly, it grips up, go and sends you in that direction, which is completely not how it is. Especially on dry grass. But yeah, that's unfortunate. That was proving to be a good battle between Ginger and Jamie. AMH is starting to get on the back here of the Les, and he is pulling on Boy Raxa. That last time by just over a second. He clips the gravel on the exit of turn 4 though. And that'll slow him down. Gradually creeps up on the Les. No one else really in a battle at the moment. Ginger and maybe Johnny are close. They're not too far away on track from each other, although they are now. So Danzo, they're coming up to lap. Nice and live, mate. He's on the power earlier. Similar time to Boy Raxa there. He's got to get past the layers and he's got to do it quickly. He's running out of time. To the inside. Job done. Although the layers with the switchback through turn 2 into turn 3. They're still side by side. Towards turn 4 they go. Oh, excuse me. Down towards the Klein chicane then. AMH with the inside line. Yeah, we'll take it. Probably a little bit too far behind Boy Rex to do anything though. As they head down now towards the bottom hairpin, and AMH Racing already pulling a good gap, good second over the lead, and now starting to eat into the advantage that Boy Rex has, but he's going to need about 2 seconds a lap at a minimum to even stand a chance of being there near the end. Prosser has found himself up into 5th place. Just good, he's been patient. Jamie up into 7th, so I'm guessing a bit of a tangle between Ginger and Webby's a Johnny. But Jamie now looking on the back of Ginger. Maybe looking to move around the outside. One more, can we complete the move? See that? Jamie stops it earlier, gets a switch back, gets a better line out. Into turn number 1. Turn 2. It's very hard really to overtake her unless you're side by side through turn 1. See there, Jamie just looking for any bit of extra power he can find. Now head towards the Klein chicane. Jamie can't really find a way through right now. They head into the Villeneuve chicane. Again, Jamie filling the mirrors, but can't quite find that gap. Then the bottom hairpin, he breaks a bit earlier. Gets it tucked in, uses the power, should get a good run. Breaks a bit earlier, looking for that line again. He's got the better line. He should have the run now. We have another retirement. We've had 3 retirements so far. I think that might be NGR Fraser has retired. And NGR Danzo. As Jamie looking to the outside for turn number 2. Isn't going to do it though. Here on the penultimate lap of the race. MH still in second at the moment. As Jamie heading into the Klein chicane. Interesting line. Almost unsettles the car. Through The final chicane through the flat right-hander. Can he get the run this time? Looks in the inside. Again, isn't got the overlap. So this would be for a plate overall. And to be fair, Ginetta doesn't really count. This is only his second race. As they start the final lap, Jamie's finally got him on the exit of the final corner. So Jamie up into the 6th place now. This man hasn't really got much coverage ever since he's hit the front, but he's been there. He's already put a foot wrong. From the very back of the pack, 16th on the grid. It will be Boyrax as long as he gets through the last set of corners. He comes up to the final chicane. Here he is then, Boyraxer from 16th and last to the win. He wins in Zolder, Belgium, to increase his lead at the top. AMH comes home in second from the Lares. This could be G. Yorkshire Stig comes out of the final corner. He'll finish 13th. Excuse me. Scooby G will complete in 4th place. And somewhere along the line, Jamie's managed to sneak 5th. Prosser making a mistake somewhere then, because he's now dropped behind Ginger Poisson. It's going to be a bit of a race to the line. Jamie 5th, Ginger 6th, Prosser 7th. Web user Johnny. He'll be in 8th place. Shadow Stalker. Great drive, a quiet drive, but a great drive for Shadow Stalker. He's in the top 10. He stayed out of trouble. What more could you want? Across the line then, 9th for Shadow Stalker. Great drive by him. Bob Mark 1 will complete the top 10. With Sam Mark 3 in 11th. A great drive back from him. The Dizzler will finish in 12th. So the provisional results are as follows. Boyraxer 14 takes the win from AMH Racing. From the Les in 3rd, Scooby G 4th, Jamie 5th, Ginger Poisson 6th, Prosser 7th, Johnny in 8th, Shadowstalker 9th, Bob Mark 1 is in 10th. Sam Mark 3, and we're not going to get to see the rest. Yay! The Dizzler at 12th, Yorkshire Stick 13th. Fraser retired, as did Danzo D7 and Adam Morris. So, next up for the Ginetta GT5s, when my laptop loads. Gradually, it will load. There we go. So, next round, round number 8. will come from Le Mans Bugatti. So should be good with slipstream, etc, etc. But until then, next up is my point of view from the rookies from Zolder. So stay tuned for that one. But other than that, we thank Emily Linscott for supporting the championship. It's a great pleasure hosting it for Jamie, and helps us all. And other than that, from everyone here, thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your evening.